Hi there, my darling Virgos. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the month of July 2025. So, my darling Virgos, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using my Louise Hay Power Thought cards. And this will be like your affirmation for the month of July. Then we will do my 3-card spread using tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with these secret manifestation cards just as the final law of attraction type message for you, my darling Virgos. All right, let us see what is Virgo's affirmation for this month of July 2025. What does Virgo need to know? I trust my inner wisdom. Love this. I trust my inner wisdom. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe. So, my darling Virgos, put in the comments, I trust my inner wisdom. That is your affirmation for the month of July 2025. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we have for you, my darling Virgos, for the month of July 2025. The Hierophant, the Three of Swords, and the Tower. Wow. Bummer. Although the Tower's come up in other readings I've been watching too, so I feel that there's definitely some forced change coming in. All right, just make sure they're all in view. All right, my darling Virgos, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together. So you start off here with the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is a card of higher government institutions, higher learning, things like that. So there could be this month that you may be, doing some further research, doing some learning, my darling Virgo. So, take that how it resonates, but it can also be a card of marriage. So, it's Taurus energy, your fellow earth sign. So if you have a Taurus in your life, there could be that, there is a Taurus that maybe, and I'm looking at the Three of Swords here, maybe the Taurus hurt you. Or if you have Taurus in your chart at all, I would say go and watch the Taurus reading as well. It can also be a card of blessings as well. In the traditional tarot, there is like the priest here, and there are two like disciples, I guess you'd call them, and they are being blessed here by this priest. So, look, there's a few different meanings of the Hierophant. In this context, I actually feel that it's a Taurus here, that it's actually a person that's that you're connected with here. And I feel that because I feel that with the Three of Swords here, that this person, this Taurus, may have hurt you in the past. So the Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, but it's a card of healing that heartbreak. So I feel that you're healing from whatever happened here with that Taurus energy. So, I mean, you can see here, why I say it's healing is because, she's taken the swords out of her own heart. She has one in her hand, one in her teeth, and she's throwing one up in the air. So she has effectively pulled these swords out of her own heart and is now healing from that. I mean, it could also be that this Taurus person is helping you heal from this heartbreak moment. So there's a few messages that I'm getting here, my darling Virgos, but, it'll be different for everyone. I'm reading for thousands of you, so, it could be, take it how it resonates, basically. But, I do feel that there is something that you're healing from here, because you're taking those swords out of your own heart, my darling Virgos. But then we have the Tower coming in. So the Tower is a card of forced change, my darling Virgos. It's the card that I like to say of jump or be pushed, my darling Virgos. It's the card of, if you do not recognize that change is coming and you ignore it, the universe will make it for you. The universe will take action and make this change for you. You can see on the card there's someone that's jumping out of the tower, and this other person is falling out of the tower. And that's why I say it's jump or be pushed, because you can choose to jump and choose to jump when you want to jump, or you can wait for the universe to push you, my darling Virgos. And I'm encouraging you to jump, because, even though when the Tower shows up, it is some kind of surprise. There's some kind of surprising event that's coming in. And I do feel that there is definitely some event that's coming in, or maybe this has already happened with and just getting that, I feel that this may have already happened with this person here, with that Three of Swords. Something happened that caused heartbreak for you, and it happened because maybe you saw it coming. You didn't want to believe, or you didn't want this to happen, basically. You didn't want that heartbreak to happen, but it happened anyway, my darling Virgo. So yeah, I feel that the Tower can just bring to us change that we can't do ourselves, if that makes sense. But my mantra, or my encouragement of the Tower, is jump or be pushed, my darling Virgos. So if I'm going to put it all together, and I feel this is quite a complicated reading, to be honest, because I'm getting different messages here. I'm getting that a Taurus could have hurt you, and it forced this change to happen that you weren't planning on. But I'm also getting that you're healing from this heartbreak. You're healing from what this is. What I feel that you're healing from the Tower moment, my darling Virgos. But I feel like it's going to take some energy off you. But with the Hierophant too, I feel that it's going to be a blessing in disguise, because of, like I said, it can be a card of blessings. So I feel it's going to be very important for us Virgos to trust our inner wisdom this month, to realize that there is a reason that some things happen, that there is a reason that, good things and bad things happen, my darling Virgos. To try and figure out what that is at the time can almost drive you insane. Sometimes we don't know, and we don't find out the reason as to why something happened until, a month, a few months, a year, a few years later. We don't know what that is, and then we can come back around and go, that's why that happened. All those events led to this specific moment, and all those events, as hard as they were, brought me to where I am today. Everyone's had heartbreak. Everyone's had bad things and good things happen to them, and every one of those experiences has brought you to where you are today, my darling Virgos. And I feel this is the same kind of thing with this reading. The energy in July is certainly a lot different to what it was in June. I feel that there is a lot more difficult energy in July for whatever reason. That's with the readings that I've done so far. they've been a bit more challenging, or we've had some more challenging cards than they certainly were in June. So, you know, I would take this how it resonates. I feel that we are healing from this. I feel that we're going to be encouraged this month in July to heal from whatever this was. And that being that it was some kind of forced change, that it was a blessing in disguise. I'm losing my voice. My darling Virgos. So yeah, that's just what I'm feeling for us this month. Ever wondered how you can transform your manifestation practice with just one tool? Discover my free Tarot Manifestation Journal. This journal uniquely combines the wisdom of tarot with intentional journaling to help you attract your desires with clarity and purpose. Inside, you'll find soulful prompts designed to guide intentional manifestations, daily tarot entry pages to align your energy, and reflections to foster a manifestation mindset. Why is this so powerful? Blending tarot wisdom with the law of attraction creates a co-creative process that aligns your intuition with action. This journal is perfect for you if you're ready to manifest from your soul, crave deeper insights into your tarot spreads, and desire more alignment and connection in your life. Start your journey toward your highest path and manifest your dream life today. Don't miss out. Download your free Tarot Manifestation Journal now by clicking the link below. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I am very active and interactive in the comments. If you've got a opinion on this reading, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. I'd love to start a dialogue as to, you know, what this could be, my darling Virgos, and please help my channel to thrive by subscribing. All right, let us get final messages for you, my darling Virgos. Yeah, I think not sure who that was. Well, it might have been Taurus that had this as well. Think before you act. And I mean, that is exactly what the Tower is. Think before you act. Make it a daily habit to determine the outcome of every event in your life through your thoughts. Set the universal forces ahead of you in everything you do and everywhere you go by thinking the way you want something to go in advance. Then you are creating your life intentionally. I mean, you can't make this up. The Tower is all about not thinking your life intentionally. It is allowing the universe to take control. We need to control how our destiny is going to be, what our life is going to look like by living it intentionally, my darling Virgos, by determine the outcome of every event in your life through your thoughts. Think of it, how something is going to turn out before it happens. And that is the way you can live your life intentionally, my darling Virgos. But look, as they say, shit happens, and sometimes it just sneaks up on us and takes us by surprise. And I feel that that's what's happened here, my darling Virgos. But I'm here to remind you that you'll be watching this before July. So think before you act and live your life intentionally, my darling Virgos. So if you'd like to follow this up with a personal reading, the first link in the description will take you to my website. I'd love to be able to dig deeper into this. I feel that we can foresee this Tower moment by digging a bit further, getting deeper. You know, I'd love to be able to connect with you further and maybe help avoid what this Tower moment is going to be, my darling Virgos. So you've certainly got some big energies coming in for July, my darling Virgos. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.